So I've got a unique DIY project here. I'm here at my filming house. This is a house just dedicated to filming for all the 50 different YouTube channels that I produce. Not like this one, but for all the how-to channels I produce. You can look up Noel Randall if you're curious the type of channels I produce. Now when we record, we use DSLR cameras, we use lots of audio equipment, and this is my favorite device for backup audio. Okay, so this is called the Zoom H2N, named a long time before we started using Zoom online for our online meetings. But let me show you what's wrong. So this one is brand new, and this is a simple handle, and there's a hole in the bottom that you can screw it into, and it works. And so if I want to put it in a boom arm and mount it right above my client just outside the shop, that's how we use these mics. They're great because they're directional, they filter out the background noise, but that's not what you're here to learn. You're here to learn how I am going to fix these, because all 5 of these, they have the threads just shredded. So I cannot attach it. There's no threads left. So all 5 of these have the threads just completely shredded. So I can just push the threads right in. There's actually no threads left. So my idea is to drill out those plastic bits, and I've got a new set of drill bits here. Yes, these are meant for hard metal. Those are for a future project. You're gonna see a future project where I really need to drill in a hard metal. This is obviously not a hard metal. That's why they've stripped out. Oh, that's the new one. But hopefully I can drill that out so that I can replace it with these metal ones. Those look pretty good. And then I'm going to use this. I've never used this before. These are epoxy sticks. You mix the 2 sides together and it forms a putty. So I'm going to glue them into place with this putty. Question I have, and comment below, is it okay to use Milwaukee drill bits on a Ryobi drill? So I did order the right size. These fit on there perfectly. But in order to get this in there, I do need to drill it bigger. Yeah, that'll be big enough. So I think what I'll do is I'll get it all out with this one first. I'll drill out all 5 of these, but then I have to make the hole bigger. So that gets out all the old threading pretty quickly. And I'm putting the biggest drill bit, the 1/2 inch. Look, wants to grab it and I want to crack. So let's see if I get up to high speed before. Aha, that actually wants to thread in too, which is great. I think that'll work just fine, and then the epoxy should hold it all together as long as the device still works. Alright, so some turned out better than others, like that. It's just got a hole. But 3 of the 5 here kind of ended up breaking away a lot of this one, a lot more of the plastic is broken off. Now I think that's all the drilling I'm gonna do. I could go deeper so that these things set in there the whole way, but I don't want to break anything. I don't want the device, I don't want to hit electronics or anything. So I'm gonna clean up my mess. Alright, so again, I've never used this stuff before. It does say if you get it on your hands, that could be bad, so alright, got this dually wop open. Okay. And this again is called steel reinforced epoxy sticks. Sounds pretty tough. Let me make sure I got all the plastic off. Okay, so that's all the plastic off of that one. So the instructions say cut, mix, and fix, but don't get it on your fingers. So now, I imagine, I don't know exactly how to do this. And that seems like way too much. So if I put some in there, grab this, kind of shove it in there, twist it. Maybe I should put some around the outside of the metal edge. Okay, so it's covered kind of best I can there. I'm just gonna push it in and twist, kind of like I'm screwing it into place. And I don't know how long it says. Can be drilled, filled, tapped, machined after 24 hours. All right, so there's one down. Now I'll put a little bit put smaller piece down in this one. Now that I've got the technique of kind of pressing it into place around it, I have more confidence in it. As far as it being able to harden and having this be solid like liquid epoxy or super glue, it'll be fun to see. So there's two. It has been 36 hours or so since I put on that putty stuff. So let's come take a look. All right, so I had some other projects, but let me bring them all out here. All 5 of them. The color on the putty, and let's see if it looks like it's changed. It is definitely rock hard, so it's not like, you know, Play-Doh or the putty. And it feels pretty secure. I'm a little bit nervous because I thought that these metal things would be seated more in there. It definitely feels secure. You know, I don't want to crank on it because I don't want it to break. I want these to stand, but it's looking pretty good. So if I want to put the cover on, you know, the putty overlaps right there. So I could potentially like carve out and make that notch bigger. I'd want to be a lot more careful than when I was drilling though, because the drilling just kind of shattered, you know, the plastic here and here. On a lot of them, it just shattered that off.